So I see that this person was juggling you, and it was because they didn't want to see you prospering in your single life or being able to go on and do good on your own. I feel there's a huge insecurity here that you would find somebody who would treat you better than they were treating you. The whole while, this person was behaving as a King of Wands and still passionately pursuing whatever they desired. But that was the big juggle. It wasn't just that they were going back and forth between you and someone else, which, yeah, I see that here too. But it was like kind of keeping you at bay, not letting you move on, all the while they were pursuing all of their passions. And it's the first card coming out being the Two of Pentacles and this whole juggling act. This is like the court jester. This was a joker, a clown, a fool. Like, they were very foolish for the way they treated you. Okay, let's get a little more on this. Holy Spirit, clarify this message. Thank you. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this person, I almost feel like they lost out on a huge opportunity that they were actually really passionate about with you. And I also feel like they didn't want to see you or think about the thought of you sleeping with someone else. So they were giving you like the bare minimum. It's a real love bombing vibe. It's like they gave you just enough to keep you hooked on. They knew you guys had a special soul connection, and they played on that. And because they were just, it's almost like they weren't ready to let go of their ways, their old ways, but they knew that you had a special connection to them. So what they did is they just, love bombed you, gave you just enough to make sure you weren't moving on or going elsewhere, living your best life. You know what I mean? They kept you just wanting more, all the while giving you the bare minimum. It's really a lot of mind games here. By the way, welcome. My name is Julia. This is a very personal, almost private reading from me to you. So we're going to just go ahead and get right back into it. If this resonates, go ahead and hit the like button. Welcome. I hope you stay. So let's get back to the message. Starting off with the appetizer of this reading, we have the Garden and the Gate in reverse, woman holding a heart in reverse, and Magician and the Mirror in reverse. This is the flavor of this reading. This is what's coming out. And with the Garden and the Gate, I can't help but see this woman here looking out, and it's just so much reminding me of this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you thinking about more, you looking out, knowing there's more that you want, wanting to expand your horizons. And I feel this is maybe now somewhat, but a lot of this is I'm feeling very much a past energy. Woman holding a heart in the reverse, and Magician and the Mirror in reverse. This is telling me that, you were holding your heart and you were waiting for somebody. It's like you were waiting for this person to come through before you took off and decided to venture off and expand your horizons. And I feel with the Magician and the Mirror in reverse, and it could have even been some kind of magic, I'm not going to lie, but really it's about the illusion they were casting over you has been shattered, and I feel that you see very clearly now what was going on and the truth of the whole situation, or should I say situationship, which is sad to be calling it that because I feel very deeply this was a soul connection, and that it had a lot of promise. There was a lot of promise for so much more to come of this situation, and you knew that, and you were waiting for this person to like get it right or to come through, because it's like you felt the connection to be so sincere. You knew it, and you waited, I feel, as long as you could until something happened that just shattered the whole illusion, and you really I think came to clarity about a lot of things that were going on and what this person had really been up to. And it's like you kind of already knew, you felt it. You know what I mean? You felt it. but it was knowing that this kind of connection was special and was supposed to be so much more, and like holding on to that hope that they were going to actually come through and behave. Well, not I should say behave, but more treat you the way you deserve to be treated, to show you your worth, your value. And I'm really feeling like the clock ran out. There was, whether you called the timing on this and said, okay, enough's enough, and if you didn't, I feel the divine did something. This person, it's like I think they're realizing that train left, that ship sailed. I'm gonna keep going in this reading, but there's this feeling of their illusion shattered. You saw, now you see clearly, and now I think they're realizing, like, it's that feeling of like shock, like, oh shit, pardon my French, like, this isn't what I wanted to happen. This isn't how I expected this to play out. I think their little game, they were just wanted to keep doing what they wanted, but they knew they wanted to come back to you. And so it's like they kind of kept you there waiting until they were ready. And that waiting game, I think, went on a little too long. They're like, not a day late and a dollar short. For some of you, this is a couple years. This is months. You know, they got too comfortable and set in their ways, not realizing that that's really abuse to you. You know what I mean? They're to hold you back from moving forward to your highest timeline because you're waiting on them. Whole while I'm planning on going to you. It's like what I'm hearing them say. I'm planning on making it to you, but they never did because they just kept putting it off on the back burner and pursuing their passions so passionately, right? Okay, so let's keep going. We're going to go ahead and get into the next message. My layout here is a little different than most readings. This is how I do my personal readings. This isn't a specific spread. This is something I've been doing myself for many, many years. So I hope you enjoy and I hope it resonates. Welcome. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords, Seven of Wands, Three of Wands. There was so much crap you put up with. And I don't think it's just from this person. This is like a whole new message. Each one of these little piles is a new message that I'm picking up on your energy. Some of them might be related, some of them might not. But I'm picking up here that you put up with a lot of crap. Ooh, boy, you had a lot of eyes on you. Ooh. You were forced to have to stand your ground with so many people. And it's like at first, I feel like you refused to fight and partake in the BS. Like I think you really held the higher ground for as long as you could. And it's like a lot of people, I think, were waiting to see when you were going to finally snap or do something or say something. Because there is a lot of BS going on here. This Knight of Swords, it was like, and I can't help but notice all these birds in the background. There was a lot of gossip, a lot of talk. The way the trees are blowing in this specific Knight of Swords, yeah. Word around town was spreading about you fast. Somebody was very upset with you, whether it's upset, jealous. Somebody I feel was undergoing a lifestyle change of their own that was forced upon them that had nothing to do with you. And I think it's almost like they decided to take a lot of their angers and insecurities out on you. And I don't feel this was that same King of Wands we were just seeing in this last little message right here, but I do believe that somehow that was involved. This could be a friend, family member of that King of Wands. It could be an ex. It could have been another person they were talking to, or it could just be somebody else who's also in the same community as you guys, but it definitely feels like they involved that. Like, I feel like that might be what some of the rumors was about. That might be why this person was possibly also angry and decided to take it out on you, whatever they were going through in their life, whatever major lifestyle change that was forced upon this person. And it feels like from the heavens, like it was their own destined karmic cycle they were going through. And it feels like there was maybe even an insecurity with you not going through the same kind of karmic cycle that this person was, who kind of like, it feels like kickstarted this. This might have been some bullying. It's like this person wanted to almost like attack you covertly so that you wouldn't be able to defend yourself. And they would do things like send these little attacks. I don't know if it was psychic attacks, maybe magic, but they would do these things covertly, and then with this Three of Wands here, it feels like, and then sit back and wait to see and watch like how it affected you, how it hit you, if you were miserable, if you were struggling. This is very malicious. This is conniving. This is trifling. This is strife. That's really what I'm feeling with these 3 cards right here. And for my viewer whose energy I am picking up and reading, I am so sorry you had to go through that. I've been there before too. And if your story is anything like mine, then I'm sure the people who did this ended up getting their karma. Probably especially around these eclipse seasons. So let's keep going. Holy Spirit, is there anything else you would like to elaborate on this message for my viewer, please? Yeah, you bossed up. Spirit's clarifying to me with the Queen of Swords coming out like this. I believe, excuse me, I just ate. I believe when everything became very clear of what was going on, I think when you were undergoing these psychic attacks, it was a lot of dark energy. Even if this person was just viciously spreading gossip or lies or rumors about you, trying to, like a smear campaign, trying to ruin your reputation, it's like people feel that. You'll sense it. Anybody will. You don't even have to be psychic or like an empath or super empathetic. You know what I mean? Like, you will feel like all of a sudden like down, like a heavy energy on you, especially if it's enough people, because that's just negative energy that they're speaking over your life. You know what I mean? It will affect you. Some of us are at a place where we've, you know, been through certain things and come along far enough on our spiritual journey where we're like, okay, we know how to protect ourselves. Sometimes life, even for some of us who know how to protect ourselves, sometimes life gets so busy and we get so caught up that we don't, because we have so many other things going on. We don't have time to do a protection ritual. I mean, we might remember to say a prayer, but we might have like A, B, C, D, E, F, and G also going on in our lives. And it's like, okay, I knew I was feeling something, but I didn't know this is what it was from because I was dealing with all this other crap. And then all of a sudden everything hits you at once. And for me to bring this up, that might be exactly what happened for you here. But I feel that when you, whether it's you got an intuitive hit, maybe you watched a reading, maybe you pulled your own cards, maybe, you know, somehow you got some clarity. With this Queen of Swords, I'm getting that you got some clarity. Maybe there's a bird above her head, maybe someone told you, maybe it's even the Holy Spirit that told you, your guides, you know, but you got some clarity. And when I see this card and I'm seeing her raise this huge sword of truth up like this, and she's sitting and she's got this other hand like this, like, come on, you want this? Come and get it. Come and get this. This is what you want. Step up, man up, chin up, chest out. Come say it to my fucking face. This is what you want. I got what you want. Come and get it. You bossed up on them. You bossed up. You let it be known one way or another, and Spirit had your back completely. I'm just noticing it's like the wind of this card is blowing. It's like on her back. You know that saying, may the wind always be at your back. The sun, like the sun on your face and the wind at your back. It's like head held high. You had dignity. You had poise. Your head wasn't down. No matter what all they did or said, let's go. Who wants this? Come and get it. You did all that talking. Come say it to my face. You know what I mean? That's the energy I'm really feeling. This Queen of Swords gave me such a strong energy right now as soon as she came out. And I'm noticing with this, the Knight of Swords, you know, coming out in reverse, the one with all the gossiping, the rumors, this person who is just hating and jealous on you caused so many problems here. This is the culprit. This is a huge instigator. It could have been a man or a woman. I believe there was multiple people with all those birds, but I can't help but notice the way the wind is blowing with the trees, it's not at their back. It's against them, which for me is telling me it's almost like nature was going against them. Nature was cautioning them. Like nature was trying to slow them down. Spirit was trying to slow them down. Spirit was trying to let them know, slow down. This isn't what you want to do. This isn't part of your destiny, trying to destroy this person. Slow down, because you're not going to like this karma. Slow down. And this person, just in a rage, kept going with it. They kept going with it. They did it it's a very covert feeling when I get from the Seven of Swords in reverse. It's like wanting to see the response and the reaction to see you suffer, but not having enough balls or dignity to say it to your face. It's very slimy. But yeah, Spirit had your back and you bossed up and you did that. 10 toes down, baby. Like, what's up? You let it be known, and I feel like nobody could step to you to your face. So that is the next message we have here. That's hats off to you on that one. Whoever you are, you a real one. It's what I'm reading for right now, a real one. Okay. Ooh, did this just turn? Was it upside down or not? Ooh, we'll see. Let's try it out. So here we have the Knight. No, not the Knight. Well, there must be a Knight involved. We have the Nine of Swords, the Fool, and the Five of Wands in reverse. This Nine of Swords is really feeling like that King of Wands from the first message. I feel that King of Wands, especially with knowing, I feel that person who attacked you, I feel they knew this King of Wands, the one who you have a soul connection with. I feel that King of Wands was aware of what was going on some level, and whether they believed what was being said or what was being done or how much of a part in it they had, I'm not for sure. But I believe they were fully aware that something was going on, and they know they didn't stand up for you. They know they didn't come tell you, and they know they were still pursuing their passions. And now they're so stressed. It's like that reality I told you when it hit them, where they realized the illusion's gone. Like, you are no longer in any illusion, that you're not waiting for them. You're done. You know everything that's been going on. And you are now in this Fool energy where you are having a brand new start. You have been blessed. This is like, to me, I'm reading this Fool like, it's almost like the energy of all four aces, just to be honest. That's what I'm feeling off of it. All this yellow, the sun shining right up here. You've got a loyal companion coming in too. I'm being drawn to the dog. Dogs are loyal. You're taking a new beginning, and somebody I feel is trying to, you're going to have somebody who's going to come to you, who's going to be very loyal to you. If that hasn't already happened, I feel this is in the near future, very near. You have the sun on your face, the wind at your back, loyalty coming your way, what you deserve. And you're taking that leap of faith to start something completely new. And this person knows it. And they are losing sleep behind this. There's a real feeling, the way he's cupping his face with both his hands, of like, oh my God, I wish I never did that. Like, knowing that you were ultimately where they wanted to be. But they just kept putting it off. Kept putting it on the back burner, right? And they realized they waited too long and too much damage was done. And it's not a day late and a dollar short. Like I said, it's, for some of you, it's weeks, months, maybe even years. And this person with this Five of Wands is wishing they had never put you in so much competition and things that cause so much fighting, manipulation, strife, and realizing now that you are going on a new beginning. Probably without them. And I think their biggest worry and stress is, oh, and then in this Fool card, it's holding like a flower, like in one hand. And I feel like this person's biggest fear is knowing that you're going to come across somebody who's going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated. Somebody who's going to see your worth and want to show you your worth, not hide it from you because they don't want you to move on without them. So it's like this person pretty much shot their self in the foot It was like everything they were afraid of happening, like you moving on and being happy and finding somebody else, is exactly what ended up happening. They were trying to keep you there, like stuck on them, to make sure that you would still have feelings for them. So that's why they would like love bomb you, right? And at the same time, it's like they felt like they could still go do whatever they wanted, and when they were ready, they were ultimately wanted to come back to you eventually, right? But everything blew up so bad, and it's like blew up in everyone's face when that clarity came in and you bossed up on everybody, that it's feeling a lot like this person's realizing that they've lost you. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy for the way they behaved. They missed their train. The ship has now sailed. It's what it feels like, you know. There might be some give or take differences for whoever I'm reading for. So let's keep going. We have the Six of Cups, Page of Wands, and Temperance in reverse. What I'm getting here with this Six of Cups in reverse, these messages were the first ones I pulled from Spirit when I pulled out these cards for this spread. And what I'm getting here is hold on. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. This person knew you were a soulmate but refused to treat you like one because they were listening to what other people had to say. They themselves were extremely off balance. They were fighting a battle between their heart and mind. It's like, almost like, oh my God, my cat just woke up and she's like looking over here. She might come over. It's giving me the energy that somebody might be watching you sometimes. I don't know, I just got that message from my cat, and you're probably laughing and think I sound crazy, and that's okay, but I have great conversations with my cat, and I think anybody who has a familiar that they are very close with can pick up like messages from them if you know you really connect with them. And I don't know, I just feel like I got that message for you right now from my cat, that there's somebody who tries to get alerts on you sometimes and watches you and keeps an eye on you. They might even have like your notifications on. They might be watching you from a fake profile. They keep a close eye on you. There might be multiple people. You might have been being gang stalked, because for me all this like watching online is kind of a little bit strange energy. Sorry, but let me get back to what I was just saying. Yeah, this person was at a fighting back and forth in their mind. And feeling behind, like it's like their heart wanted one thing but their brain was telling them another. I think there was just, especially with that whole mess of what everybody was saying around, like talking around, like, you know, maybe a smear campaign of some kind perhaps, but the person who was really kind of like covertly attacking you had created such like a bad aura or bad energy or a bad reputation around your name. And so it's like, I think that really slow, like this person was like, yeah, like, well, what will everybody say if I go and talk to them, or if I'm doing this with them, because they have such a bad reputation, people are gonna look at me funny. So it's like this person was more worried about what everybody would think or say instead of and so they did not go down, like with this star in reverse. I'm getting the feeling, because you know all the deck cards will have different energies on how you'll intuit the energies when you're doing a reading, everybody differently for each reading, and I'm hearing North Node. I'm hearing True North. This person, it did not follow their true north. There was supposed to be, I feel, some kind of other destined. They had an opportunity to be in alignment with their North Node, on their true north, on their path. And because they couldn't get aligned on the inside, they listened to their mind over their heart. They, didn't listen to their heart. Instead, they were so worried about what everybody else would think or say, and was listening to all the rumors and partaking in all, their fun, leaving you on a back burner. They didn't treat you with purity of heart. There was, I think at one point, possibly a childlike innocence in the connection between the two of you, is what I'm feeling here. And they didn't honor that. They didn't treat you like a soulmate, even though this was a soulmate. I don't know about if you want to say twin flames and all that. I'm not picking up that energy quite yet. It could be. I really don't do too much of the TMF readings. I can, but they get a bit messy often and it kind of makes me depressed. So anyways, back to the reading. So they didn't treat you with the purity of heart and honor the soul connection. And because of them deciding to listen to what others had to say instead of listening to their heart, they are not in alignment with what their true north was. And I'm not saying this changed their destiny, but it feels like it changed their destiny. It feels like they've somehow, because they didn't pass a test, you know, it's like we get tested. We have karmic contracts. We have lessons. We signed up to learn and experience in order for our soul to evolve when we came into this life. And it feels like because they didn't honor, it's not that they didn't honor their contract, it was like more like they didn't pass a test, so they can't go on to the next level until a certain test or experience is learned, you know, evolved, passed through. Like, okay, your soul has evolved enough through this lesson, you get to go to the next level now. So they didn't get to level up, is the feeling that it's getting, because it was like they were all ego, no heart. Yikes. So that would be definitely explaining why this person is so much in their head and stress and worry and regret at this time. That's the energy of feeling. Yeah. 3 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Wands in reverse. You're healing. You're healing from all this. You let go of the burdens. I think you were carrying so much weight of all this burden. And it was so heartbreaking for you. Like dealing with not just your person not treating you with the love and purity and respect and honoring the significance of the spiritual connection. It feels like that was not only the heartbreaking thing for you, but it was also dealing with this whole big mess of some kind of covert attack. I don't know if it was just a smear campaign. I don't know if it was just rumors. I don't know if it was just cutting you out or excluding you. Maybe it was all three. Maybe it was even something as serious as like gang stalking or something. You know, there's something here though that definitely, it's like you had things, it feels like you were had all this harsh, heavy energy coming at you from so many different directions on top of the heartbreak of sitting there waiting for somebody who was not showing up for you. But despite all those burdens, how heavy that was for you to carry, I see now that you've let that go. And you are healing from that heartbreak. This 3 of Swords is in reverse so that these 3 swords can fall out. You are healing. You have dropped all those burdens, the expectations, the what ifs, what could be, what you felt should be. The image you had in your mind of how it was supposed to go or what you're waiting for it to be, it feels like you've dropped that and you are healing. So I'm really happy to hear that. Congratulations. Huge test passed on that one. Okay, we also have here, we have the 6 of Swords in reverse and the Strength in reverse. Ooh. You know what I'm getting on this one? This person didn't feel that you would be, they didn't think you would be strong enough to move forward in life without them because they understood the nature of your connection. They didn't think you'd be strong enough to tame that beast, to go within and really like find your inner spiritual strength. I think they greatly underestimated you. Because now not only are you healing and you've dropped all the burdens, but now this person realizes they don't feel strong enough to move forward in life without you. Funny how that works, right? Tables do have a tendency to turn, and a lot of this reading feels like certain changes, like the winds of destiny and the winds of fate are coming and blowing in through people's lives right now. We are currently in an eclipse window. We are between 2 eclipses. We just had this solar eclipse this weekend, and now we are waiting for, I believe it's on the 28th, we are having the final Scorpio eclipse, which I'm excited for because this last, you know, round of series of Scorpio eclipses has changed my life, because Scorpio is transformation, right? And I was born during an eclipse myself, so eclipses tend to be big pivotal points for me and take great changes in my own personal life. And the transformations I went through these Scorpio eclipses has been, I'm completely like on a different life path from when they started like a year and a half ago. And I'm grateful for that. You know, it's been a lot of lessons though. But anyways, let me get back to your reading. Sorry for getting sidetracked real quick, but I feel that there's a lot of things coming forth at the end of this, like especially with this final Scorpio eclipse coming up, that are going to show. I'm hearing almost like karma. I'm hearing karma and destruction for the people who weren't able to make the transformation. The people who are refusing transformation, who refuse to change, this eclipse energy is changing for them. It's like, oh, you don't get to, like, it's like, remember how, like at the beginning I said the winds were blowing at somebody, like they were against them. Like, that's really the energy I'm feeling here. Is like, okay, well, we tried to caution you and tried to warn you, and you're trying to outsmart or outwit Mother Nature and your lessons you signed up to learn, and you're not learning them. So now it's karma and destruction time. So I'll probably be doing a karma reading tomorrow. What's their karma? Sometimes people need to hear that because it's healing. But that I'm picking up the energy like from this with the the strength in reverse and then not being able to move forward now. This is their karma. This is exactly, maybe it is a twin flame, but it is some kind of soulmate, because exactly how they treated you or what they thought of you is exactly what they're experiencing now. They didn't think you were strong enough to move forward in life. They thought you'd always be there waiting. And here you are, strong enough, moving forward, and there they are, waiting. Kind of crazy how that works out, right? I think you still deeply care for this person. The way they were stressed out in that Nine of Swords, I don't feel there's any contact right now. I feel like it's like it feels a lot like you've completely moved on from that specific person. So we are coming to the end of this read. I have one more message coming through right here, so let's go ahead and get it. We have the Hermit in reverse, the Hierophant, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Yeah. So it seems to me that this person wanted you to be almost isolated. This is what I'm hearing. They wanted you to be isolated. They were trying, it's like they wanted to, it's almost like they wanted to keep you to themselves, but yet were almost never around. Like they were around at the bare minimum. So it's like they just had you like stuck in a cage. They wanted to keep you trapped in your mind. They might have done spell work. Maybe a love spell. Oh my God, to do a love, could you imagine somebody doing like a love spell on somebody and then love bombing them? That's sick. Like that's some twisted shit. It's like doing a love spell on someone and then not even being there for them to come like love you. Like knowing that, like, could you imagine somebody putting like energy work on somebody to love them, like a love spell, and then purposely love bombing them because they wanted to make sure this person would be completely stuck on them and not move forward? I think that might be what happened to you. That's the way they knew that you wouldn't move forward. For some of you, they really probably did do that. If they didn't do the spell work themselves, they could have gone to somebody and had like a love spell or a domination spell put on you and then love bombed you to make sure you would be like stuck on stupid over them. That way they knew they could come back to you whenever they were ready. And that's twisted. That is cruel and unusual behavior. So in my opinion, energy work is something you should not play with. Because the reason that I'm saying that is because with the Hierophant coming out next after the Hermit, I'm hearing that, yeah, this was like literally, I'm hearing like the hand of God. Like, I don't know if you can see it right here on my little thing right there. Like he's got his hand up, you know, like I'm hearing the hand of God. The divine had to step in on this. Yeah, the divine had to step in on this. I think the divine might have even taken away this person's chance of actually offering you anything or any beginning happening between the two of you at this time. It is karmic, it feels like, because of what they did. Yeah, this person doesn't get to have a like the Ace of Cups is like, you know, that promising, beautiful new beginning of a romance, love, something special. All the aces are omens. You know what I mean? They are omens. Whether it's in the reverse or upright, it is an omen. And the divine took that away. They didn't pass that test. They don't get to have that. Because they were out partying instead. With people who weren't even really their friends. They weren't even treating you like a friend is what I'm feeling. So now they don't have a reason to celebrate. You, on the other hand, with the Hierophant being upright, lets me know that this divine judgment went, you know, if you want to say in your favor, you have the universe backing and the universe's blessing. Your spirit guides are very proud of you. You went through an intensely hard karmic cycle there. I'm not even sure if all that was in your, I don't want to say like Akashic record. Like before you came in, you know, like I said, we agreed to experience certain things in order to evolve. I'm not even sure all of that was in there. I think some things got really quickly escalated and blew up out of hand. You might have some heavy 8th house placements because 8th house often deals with, you know, not just the transformations, but like scandals and betrayals often fall from the 8th house. This almost feels like there was a scandal, like with that energy of like some kind of covert attack that came from somebody who has got all these other people involved. That's really giving the feeling of a scandal. I'm hearing it could have been a lot of people in your community. But you are no longer stuck. You are no longer isolated. Whether there was any energetic manipulation that was put on you, the divine has stepped in and ruled in your favor. I feel like if people haven't got it yet, they're about to get served some serious karma and lessons. Nothing in this situation went unseen. Know that. Know that. Nothing in this situation went unseen or unnoticed. The divine has stepped in. You are no longer put off to yourself because you, I think, possibly might even be somebody who keeps to yourself on your own, whether or not you are being love bombed and waiting for somebody. I think you might be an introvert, maybe not. But during that period of time, I think you did do a lot of introspection and a lot of healing and finally came to the point of like, okay, you know what? This is what I wanted, but I see now I'm not going to get it. And so I love myself enough to move forward and know what I have to keep moving forward. I can't stay stuck and stagnant here. I have to move forward with my life. And you passed and you have the go ahead. The divine's like, shh, go ahead. It's like we're all the way from the beginning of the reading. The garden and the gate, the little girl looking out. If they feel like, goes right back to it. For a long time you were like stuck. Whether it was in your head, at your house, maybe, you know, from that surprise attack, people were being mean or rude to you and you felt like you had nobody. And you're just waiting on this person to come through and they kept just giving you the bare minimum love bombing you. Just had you just hanging on a thread. And I feel like you would just look out like, when is this going to ever stop? When am I going to move forward? But you passed this test. And you're moving forward. I'm so happy for you. Oh my God. Woman holding a heart in the beginning that was in reverse. You're holding a heart now for yourself. You found you know your worth. You found your love. And that's why you'll have a loyal companion coming to you really soon. I've seen it in that Fool card. I heard it clearly from my guides. All illusions, Magician in the Mirror, have been dropped. Any energetic work that was placed on you has been dispelled by the divine. You are free to move forward, and you are doing so. And I am so happy to have done this reading for you today, whoever you are. This was a lot. It was an intense reading. My name is Julia. Thank you for letting me be your reader today. I really hope you will like and subscribe. I'd love to see you here again. Bye.